You failed my test, and that's totally alright, babe. Let me explain. So, I was out with this girl for the first time. We were getting to know each other, and you know how that is. So, anyway, she was trying the cocktails at this place. I don't drink. And she offered me a few sips of the drink she liked. And in my head, I have this little test: can I have a peaceful time with someone who drinks without them pressuring me to drink? That's my test of connecting with someone, and don't we all have our little games that way anyway? So when she kept insisting, I thought, it was going so well. Now she's failing my test already. But here's the thing: the more our conversation flowed into the night, the more I realized she wasn't trying to pressure me. She was actually trying to make sure that I was having fun too and not feeling left out. And I can say that she turned out to be one of the more interesting and charming people I've connected with in a long time. Just in a way that looked quite different to what I'm used to. And that's when it hit me. Sometimes people fail your test, and that's totally alright. So, uh, so here's the problem that I see people around me struggling with today. Thanks to the internet, dating gurus, red pill advice, and the lizard wizards, and these endless rule books for men and women about the game that we used to have a decade back, we started seeing every little interaction as a pass or fail test. Did they pay? Did they compliment me? Did they text me back fast enough? You get the gist. We've turned dating and relationships into a grading system. How many times have you cut someone off after one slip up? And how many times have they done that to you? How did that make you feel? So, what's happening now? Statistically, people are pairing up, barely pairing up, despite having more avenues than ever to pair up. We're barely bonding because nobody can pass every test. Ladies, even I can do it all. And I think a huge reason of why we act or think that way is because of how we were groomed in academia. In school, failing a test usually meant elimination. You didn't pass, you didn't move forward. So we carry that mindset into life. One failed test and it's game over. And the worst part is we're made to feel that there's only one way to get through. Be honest, how many of us still feel that life is still one giant exam? It's only when we step out of the real world, outside of the bubble of academia, do we realize that adult life isn't like that. From my own experiences now, as someone who's settling to life outside of academia, the best interactions are usually hugely flawed, but they allow for space for growth and understanding. This goes for friendships, jobs, relationships, and even art and media and all the things that I've been able to experience and I'm grateful for. You're allowed to fail, mess up, and learn. And in fact, that's where real growth happens. Remember, a good test isn't to fail you, it's to know what kind of a person you are. I see this in my job too now. In advertising, we're constantly running tests on audiences. Obviously, some audiences perform better than others. Do we just kick out the bad ones? Well, not really, because even the bad performers, they give us insights. They might help us scale or hit another issue or a secondary goal later. And life is pretty much the same. Not every person, not every moment has to perform perfectly to be valuable. And the funny part is, like, it's not just me. We're all walking around running these little games in our heads that most people around us don't even know that they signed up for. One wrong move and we're already on death row. This is the real world, and school is finished. Forget the answers. Nobody even knows what are right questions here, what we're looking for, or what we're even headed towards in this journey called life. Now, don't get me wrong, boundaries are very real. If someone repeatedly disrespects them, that's a red flag. You don't need to deal with that. And they'll only amp it up later. But I also don't think you'd be watching me if you didn't know that already. Obviously, most of us have been raised by a generation that took and dealt with a lot of shit, and we see that they have a lot of regrets because of that. We think that we can fix and avoid all that by going the other way. However, I think we swung too far the other way. Like the best things in life, the truth lies in the middle. Not every tiny difference should be a deal breaker. Every imperfect moment isn't disrespect. Also, fundamentally, when two people come together, there's supposed to be conflicting values and habits. That's normal. It's what makes us human if you think about it. The question isn't do we match perfectly? It's can we find a way to compromise and work together? So, I think that's most of what I wanted to say. And yeah, I think I've rambled long enough. What am I trying to get at? Maybe instead of asking, did they pass or fail my test, we should ask, what does this moment reveal about them and can we grow from it? Because the truth is, life is messy. The people that you meet along the journey are pretty messy. And I guess so is my hair now. And isn't that what makes it all so interesting? Yeah, that's all from me. To hear more of my ramblings, you know what to do. Bye for now. But also, I also wanted to show you guys that I'm joined by these lovely people in my house. And that's all from me. Bye for now. Take care.